Spain will be fine. They'll qualify, Ali. And the problem is the bar has been set extraordinarily high with that golden generation of Spanish players. Yet you still expect Spain to be better than we've seen them play. Is that fair?
It is fair, but today you look at their attacking players, in particular the two guys that were playing up top, Mikel Oyarzabal, who plays for Real Sociedad, and Rodrigo Moreno. Well, are those really the guys that you're depending upon to be creating in the final third for you, to provide you with hold-up play, to provide you with runs in behind, or maybe working underneath? And it's just not very impressive and not very dynamic. And so what you found a lot from Spain today was a lot of Saúl to Busquets, to Fabián Ruiz, and back to Busquets, and back to Saúl, and maybe to Bernat, and then we switch it over all the way to Jesus Navas, who, by the way, is still playing for the Spanish national team.
And that says a lot as well.
Yes, and so for as serviceable a player as he has been over the course of his career, the fact that he's still around as a viable option for you, it does tell you, well, wait a minute. What are we doing here, and where is the talent coming from that is going to provide us something different, that is going to provide us a different version of a new generation? That golden generation is not coming back. It was great time, but now we got to do something different. And Fabián Ruiz is a highlight for me there, but outside of that, you look at this team going forward, and there isn't a lot to get excited about. And by a lot, I mean nothing to get excited about.
Group F is fascinating. Spain obviously are fine, despite the fact they dropped points today. But it's all about Sweden and Romania. Next up, Sweden hosting Spain. Romania will be looking to take advantage of that result as they take on Norway. So Italy through to the European Championships next summer. Remind you that they failed to qualify, of course, for the World Cup last time round. Big statement from them. We were talking about Spain before. Who is in better shape going into next summer's tournament at the moment?
Well, anybody's guess at this point, but I'm going to suggest that Spain slightly, and I mean marginally better than Italy. Both teams have some flaws, but I do think that Spain, through the midfield, is a little bit better than Italy. However, you look at the front line for Italy, maybe superior to that of Spain's, but what I would suggest about both teams is that they're not very overwhelming when you look at the talent going forward. And so for Italy, it's a similar story. It's Insigne, he's a good player, but is he a superstar? Ciro Immobile, the fact that he's still playing and leading the line for you as an Italian national team, that tells you that maybe you have some shortcomings in that position. And then you start thinking about, well, what are the other options? Well, what are we going to turn to that is going to make Italy a top-tier talent sort of team going into the Euros? And I just don't know that they have enough in the final third.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.